Hello, how are you? Yes, welcome to Opinion Alley, the place where, of course, your opinions matter. Three, two, one, rolling action. Hello, good afternoon, or good day from wherever you are. Welcome to Opinion Alley. If you're seeing this video, this is the third video we're making since the year 2021. Of course, that means this year. Okay, yeah. So today we will be talking about fear. I'm not at a loss of topics, but if you have any topic you would love for me to talk about or share my opinions on, do leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and well, subscribe. Okay, it wouldn't cost you anything, of course. So first off, what is fear? Fear has been defined by a lot of people differently, and one of the most common definitions of fear that has really survived the time, all through time, of course, is the one that says fear simply means an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And while that might come off as maybe too motivational, too positive, which some people don't like, I've come to realize some people don't really like it that much. I don't know why. While that might come off or stand out as that, it still holds water to some degree. Yes, it still holds water. So, what is my own opinion about fear? Fear, for me, is the acceptance of a reality that is not true, mostly from a world of suspicion. Fear, the acceptance of a reality that is not true, especially from a world of suspicion. So, what do I mean? What I mean is this: most times we go about with the whole idea that what is before us is what should be before us. We don't like it, we don't question it, we don't even try to justify as to why whatever is before us should be before us, be it a circumstance, a condition, a medical condition, or we don't see how our hands can touch on those things and make them any different. Most times fear comes from the idea that, of course, we can do nothing about the situation or state that we are in. And this, as you will find out, is a lie. So, now we know what fear is. The next question to ask, which is vital, of course, from the world of curiosity, is why do we feel fear? Okay, if it doesn't allow us to act, why do we fear? Well, I'll tell you, okay? I have a lot of conversations with myself in my head very often, and I've been privileged to have this kind of conversation with a couple of friends. So I will tell you, we feel fear largely because it is a natural defense mechanism in a situation where uncertainty is prevalent. Okay? When you're not sure of the outcome of an activity, an action, or an investment, or a business idea, or a relationship, whatever it is, when you're not sure, when behind whatever desire you have is a wall of uncertainty, okay, when that exists, see it as the space in a capacitor, yeah? When that exists, when there is that hollow space, yeah, that hollow space, okay, in it, that is why you have fear. That is why you have fear. So why does it exist? Why does it exist? Why can't we just act? Because it is not just a hindrance to progress, but also an assurance for safety and security. You fear to act, okay? You experience fear. And you've heard of that saying that says, feel the fear, but do it anyway. You experience fear because your natural proclivity at a point where you're scared is to flee. And I think that's why naturally, as animals, yeah, we are told that at the point where we experience a threat in our lives, we do one of two things: fight or flight, which is of course a natural predisposition for all living organisms. The fight or flight response, by that, of course, we're not just animals, yeah. Okay, yeah. So as I was saying, that is why we'll feel fear, okay? To some degree, it is meant to keep us secured. To another degree, which is the other side of the coin, okay? It hampers growth. Yes. Fear breeds excuses. Hence, we do not act at the face of risk because we do not know what the outcome may be. Thus, we do not take the risk. Thus, we stay where we are. Thus, growth is not achieved. However, in the long haul, we have come to realize that when we act upon the grounds of fear and the excuses thereof, we do not experience a shift, especially when our desires keep knocking and throbbing in our chest that says, go for it, man, go for it, Jane, go for it, Alex, you can do it. Do you understand? Okay? I don't know if you're following me, okay? But this is really, really profound. Like I would always say, whatever is not properly defined is not worth experiencing. A relationship not properly defined is not worth experiencing. Love, when its context is lost by virtue of definition, is not it. It's not it at all. Okay? Last week we talked about suffering and why we need to suffer. And everybody, of course, with their own opinion, everybody who has seen, and if you haven't seen, you have to go back and see that video, understands that now that suffering has been put in its proper perspective, everyone in his or her right thinking mind should yearn for a point of suffering, because the sooner you experience it in your journey on earth, the sooner you experience it, the better for you, because there is more grit and resilience as a youth than you will find aging down the line or down the road, whatever. Okay, so the goal of today's video is, of course, perfect understanding, maybe not perfect, but close to perfect understanding of the idea of what fear is, why we experience it, and what we should do afterwards. Okay? Okay. So, can we do away with fear? And if yes, should we? We can do away with fear. Should we do away with it? No. Fear is a natural reaction. We can't take it out of us. The same way we cannot completely hate anybody, and we cannot completely just love people in a perfect sense. I believe love and hate are more of the same, different sides of the same coin. Yeah, that's what I believe. Okay. Just the ratios vary. You might not have a 50-50, 50% love, 50% hate. You might not have 100% love, 100% hate. Of course, they can't both, like light and darkness, be in the same environment at the same time. But to some degree, they still exist. Somewhat like the yin and yang concept, yeah? So yeah, we can do with fear. But should we? No. Because therein lies the beauty of our humanity and the beauty of our existence as living beings. Without fear, we will hurt ourselves. With fear, of course, well, we might not necessarily hurt ourselves at the moment, okay? But definitely and eventually, yes. Definitely eventually. Without fear, we will achieve a lot of things. We will get to make marks in history and all that. But then again, In such a race, we have come to realize over time and with the people we've met and read about and watched documentaries on, that when you pull out fear, which is a natural inborn innate gift, okay, of nature, when you take it out of you, you tend to lose your humanity. To live so well that at a point you get to ask yourself, how well did I live? How well did I love? How well did I relate with people? Because at the end of it all, the beauty of life lies in the idea that we all are social beings, and in isolation, though we thrive, we will not find true fulfillment. Okay, so now we know what fear is, why we experience fear, and a whole lot of other things we just talked about. Is there a divine purpose or place for fear in our lives? Yes, there is. Okay? Should we experience fear? Yes. Should we cower at the sight of fear, things that make us scared? No. Take calculated risk. Don't fall into things heedlessly. Approach every issue of life from a point of curiosity, because those are the kind of approaches that produce results. If you approach the issues of life from a point of suspicion, you would only find very, very strong and tangible excuses. Of course, reasons as to why you should still be lying down the nail, like the dog. Okay? So, my submission to you today is, as you go about today's activities, you go about indulging in all the things that makes you happy, and should you therefore at some point within the course of today stumble upon anything that would strike you as to cause you to fear or feel fear in any way, look at that situation dead eye in the eye, okay, and ask yourself, from a point of curiosity, what could be the possible outcome? What do I stand to lose? Is there something to learn from this? Should I stand and fight? Or should I turn and run? Let's say I don't do this. Will I regret it? Will I look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and say to myself, what if I did that? Can I do it? Maybe yes, maybe no. I can't do it. What's holding me back? Fear. Fear is not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Honestly, fear isn't real. It is not. I can tell you one thing that's real though. Suffering. Oh, but if I do it, what if I fail? I will still suffer. Yes, but you did learn something. It's better to suffer in a world of knowledge than in a pool of ignorance. Trust me. With knowledge there is experience, and there is a way to go around it. In ignorance, you're a slave, because you do not know how your masters became masters. There is no man who has indulged in activities disregarding fear that lived a life of regret. If anything, let that sink in. There is no man who has indulged in the activities of life disregarding fear that has regretted his action. Okay? So go on today and make the best of what you have. Embrace fear. See it for what it is. A false reality. A lie that the world has tossed towards us. Ask yourself those questions. What is it? What do I stand to lose? Can I become victorious doing this? Do I have what it takes? If you don't, equip yourself. get into the fight. Okay, like I said, the world is yours. Go and dominate. Thank you for sharing your time with me on Opinion Alley today. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, switch on the notification bell, and subscribe. I really appreciate the time you've given, and over and above all, share. Okay.